This is Lockie Hume, and you're listening to the Crowject.
Betts with an opportunity about 50 metres out. Oh, yes! 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 The excitement machine, McLeod. Left foot goal, don't tell me. He's a superstar, tell me.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Crowject podcast, and we're flying as five tonight around the table at our new digs as well at Nathaniel's Coffee and Panini. We'll be recording from here on out. Shout out to our sponsors in Trojan Aluminium and, of course, our host, Nathaniel's Coffee and Panini. Now, tonight, we've got a few friends around the table as well. First off, welcome back to Damon. How are you, buddy?
I'm well. How are you?
You're well?
I'm well.
You're well.
Okay.
I'm well.
Well.
Yes. Where's the water?
Well, we have a surprise for you coming up.
Yeah.
Something that you love to drink.
Yeah, you can imbibe this one. And speaking of imbibing, I want to drink up all of Benny Mac.
How are we?
Yeah, good. I'm thirsty. Not really. The other friend of the pod, and of course Patreon as well, and of course knowledgeable about all things SANFL as well, which has been touched on in regards to Draft Spotlight. We've got Ray O'Hara. Welcome back.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Lleyton, how are you?
Hello. I'm back.
Yeah, welcome back.
I didn't really leave, but it's a bit more crowded than our two-person episode the other week.
Oh yeah, the Riverside episode. Yeah. So Elodie and Cream couldn't make it tonight, although we're not sure if Cream will just turn up spontaneously.
It's happened before.
Yeah, nothing's changed there. But of course, we need to talk about a humble brag. The first women's showdown at Adelaide Oval on Friday night, and we absolutely shit it in, didn't we, boys?
We did. Can confirm.
60 points. Lleyton,
Yes,
you witnessed it.
I did.
What were your thoughts?
Overall, good atmosphere. It was 20,000 at the ground, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Good crowd.
And the best part in the crowd was definitely the big Go Crom flag.
There's a story behind that. Shout out to Rainbow Crows, who gave us the link on where to get the flags from.
Yep.
And I contacted the Alibaba connection, and they said, this is the size that people usually get, 150 by 220 centimetres. And I did think to myself, it's large. That's big.
It's big.
Yeah. It's pretty bloody big.
Yeah.
Okay, give me two. And then it turned up, and I was like, oh, that's big.
Yeah.
So basically, that's Ned by Rob.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah.
That's a Ned by Rob flag.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it. But then the Friday morning, I had to go to Bunnings to get myself a stick as well, and I got told the longest stick was 150 centimetres, which is the height of the flag.
Yeah.
So I thought to myself, well, I'll get two.
Yeah.
And just hook them together. And I just walked through security and acted like I knew what I was doing, and I didn't. And I got into the ground, and of course, friend of the pod, and also the man himself, Cromchad, was waving it around. And by the end of the game, I think his arms were sore because we kicked 8 goals, 15. And, Port didn't even kick a goal. They didn't even have a bloody chance there. But look, thank you for all the support for everyone and our patrons as well to help to pay for the GoCrom flag. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We'll talk about it later, though. Now, who was at the game? Damon, did you see this game?
No, I didn't even get to see it.
Oh.
I was at a friend's birthday party that night, but I was keeping track of the scores and...
You didn't listen into Sam Tugwell on the call?
No, but poor Sam. I need to actually make the time and actually listen to his call at some point because he's killing it.
How do you know?
How do you know?
Yeah, good point.
That could be taken in two ways. It could be a good way or a bad way.
Yeah, true. Word of mouth says he's doing very well. No, so I would have loved to, but did see the highlights. They were very impressive highlights.
Yeah. It was all Crows highlights. It wasn't a lot of Port highlights.
They had like 2 holding the ball highlights. I watched the next day. That was all they could squeeze in.
That's it.
But Ray, were you there for that one, my boy?
I wasn't there, but I watched it on TV. You know.
What was the coverage like? It was a Channel 7 broadcast,
Yeah, it was
wasn't
Channel 7. It's fine. Yeah.
It's
It's fine.
was it in high def?
No.
Yeah,
no.
of course. Yeah.
No. I tried to make the TV more high def. Did the old cellophane over the top like the old boys used to.
Bit of Vaseline over it as well.
Did you adjust your rabbit ears like your coat hanger? Did you give that a bit of work around? Or
No, I didn't. No.
no?
Would have had to go up to the roof. It would have been a night.
Adjust the amplifier as well.
Who's got the time?
Yeah, it's Benny Mac. Your thoughts on the game? You were sitting with us.
It was
It was a vibe.
great game.
Yeah.
Just all around. Couldn't be any better. Port don't kick a goal. We win by 10 goals. It just doesn't get better.
Now we need to go back in time, and we need to talk about the Platter.
Oh, yes.
Now the
The
showdown.
supposed trophy.
Yeah, this is
dang.
not a trophy.
Embarrassing.
Nah.
This is the Nadia Bartel platter
Yeah.
because it's just it's it looks like a pizza tray, a 12-inch pizza tray.
Yeah.
It's not inspiring. It's just been engraved. We were supposed to have it tonight, the charcuterie board as well, to celebrate the win. But is it a bit insulting to just have a platter?
I actually tweeted out that day because I just finished reading the Advertiser article talking about the survey that they asked the girls to do towards the end of the season. And one of the big things around it is like the vast majority of AFLW players and coaches do not feel like they're respected from the male half of the industry.
Yes.
And I finished reading this and I went, oh, that's a bit sad. And it's, we got a lot of work to do. We got to turn it around. And the very next thing I saw on my phone was this fucking plate being held up by Chelsea Randall as some sort of a prize for winning a massive game. And I'm like, well, there it is. There's your evidence.
Yeah, there's the proof.
Yeah.
Well, Wimbledon use a plate, don't they?
Yeah, but a nice one.
No, but the plates are for if you come second. That's the thing in tennis. It doesn't make any sense.
Oh, right.
Oh, so first in Wimbledon, you get a trophy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you get a plate if you come second. So
Yeah.
if you lose.
I don't mind it, like, as Ray said, if it's done right. So like in English football, the Community Shield, I
Yep.
think, is like a big plate looking sort
But
of
it's
thing.
ornate. It's embossed on the side.
Yeah.
Someone has taken time, care, and effort with that award, unlike what we
This
got
is a-
on Friday night.
This is a misdemeanor down at Maya Centre
is.
job.
Exactly
Oh,
right.
shit, the game's
We need a
tonight.
platter.
There's a local pizza shop on the way. And they're just showing the sizes. They're like, that one.
They couldn't even buy a second-hand trophy, like sand off the name on it and re-engrave it.
Yeah.
At least it's actually a trophy with like a kid kicking a footy on it or something. No, it's just a pewter plate that your nana uses to keep hard lollies in. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
But the best part is they know it's not a trophy because it even says on the thing, showdown plate. It doesn't even say, it doesn't even say trophy.
It's like the PR guy who got through the week and he was like, oh, I've got to push this. It's in the Advertiser every day. And someone's like, oh, so the trophy we're playing for. Oh.
Forgot about that.
Was
It's actually a plate,
Yeah.
I think. I heard.
I thought you were sorting that out.
Yeah. I thought it was Port doing it. Oh, no,
Yeah.
it was Crows. No, it's Port. Oh, shit.
Or do you reckon it was the actual board meeting itself and they brought out, some sausage rolls or something like that? And they're like,
We'll just use this.
this could work.
This is a nice plate.
It's light, it's malleable. You can chuck it. If the other team wins, you can just cross the lawn, cross the field. Sorry, but Randall 3 goals.
Yes.
and all individual kickers as well after that point as well, and a nice good.
Welcome to St. Peter's.
Yeah. Shout out to Lower North East. Or no, it's Paynham Road.
Paynham Road.
Paynham
It always changes names going up. It's like St Bernard's Road, Shudolt's Road, Penfold
Yeah.
Road. It's the same fucking piece of bitumen anyway.
Lleyton and I just sitting here going there. And
Yeah, he's-
I've heard of
names are
South Road.
I'm amazed you two made it here at all.
Now, unfortunate news out of the game as well with Dowrick doing her ACL.
Yes.
But
It's a shame.
yeah, it's a real shame. So
But she did have the tradition of, like the first showdown on the men's side, having her sibling play for the opposite side. We had Troy Bond and what was the other
Shane
Bond? that
Bond.
played? Shane
Shane
Bond.
Bond, yeah.
That played against each other in the first showdown. And it was the same that happened in the women's. That's just a good effort.
That's an awesome stat.
Yeah.
Love that.
thank you, Sir Swamp Thing. he confirms it. You are Sir Swamp Thing.
No, I just read it off of him.
Oh,
He doesn't even deny it anymore. He just deflects.
There was another amazing stat that you put up about the AFL women's that I need to find. But just give me a second. But the other thing as well, what was everyone's thoughts on Hatchie's long sleeve?
oh,
Loved
It's
it.
great.
A thing of beauty.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. Amazing. But she needs to make that work from now on. She was playing, when she played for the Roosters, she wore long sleeves and everything.
Yeah.
And now that it's an option in the AFLW, she needs to maintain it.
I think the long sleeves with the rolled up sleeve is also a statement as well.
It's
like
elite.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm wearing this jumper on my terms. Is what
Exactly.
she's saying. Yeah.
I don't define sleeve lengths don't define me.
That's right.
This does not define me as a person.
Exactly.
Cumulative score margins over an AFL women's career. The top 5 are all Crows players. Plus 1,015 and plus 1,013 goes Anne Hatchard and Ebony Marinoff. 985 Sarah Allen. 970 Chelsea Randall. 963 Hannah Budden. And 959 Stevie Lee Thompson.
That's a good effort.
That's a huge effort.
That's called dominating.
Yeah.
Speaking of, another stat about Noffy that I saw, the fastest player in AFLW/VFL history to reach 1,000 tackles.
Wow.
Bloody hell.
Like the
That's
quickest,
phenomenal.
the quickest,
Yeah, the quickest.
How many games was that? It was only like 51. 51 or something like that.
Yeah, 52
From
or
memory.
53.
Yeah.
Bloody awesome.
Jeez.
Now, we need to talk about something got caught up on the banner before the game.
Oh, yeah. How did this happen?
So
This had your fingerprints all over it.
So I had, I reckon, 10 or 15 people message me saying,
Yeah.
how did you get that scarf up on the banner? And the thing was, I didn't know what they were talking about to begin with until I think, Lleyton, you sent through the photo of it. And friend of the pod and Patreon, Brendan McGarrigan, who's a part of the Crow supporters group as well, he obviously wears his Go Crom scarf onto the ground.
And the holy top and the beanie.
So that was the other thing too. He wore his Garden Stakes Guernsey too. I had 4 people message me, take photos of him saying, is this Peter?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, fair enough.
I would have just said yes.
I don't know if it's a compliment.
it's Pete.
Is that a compliment or insult to Brendan?
Doesn't matter. It's funnier either way.
But I was convinced Brendan did it on purpose.
Yeah, the poor guy, you can see the official photos does show the scarf up there and he's looking straight. And then I think the photo you sent, he's looking up. Like, how the hell did that get?
Where'd my scarf go?
It's just hung too perfectly to look like it was.
It does.
I know.
It does.
Right there, the writing's there. No.
Yeah, it's not in the middle where it's just crom. You can see the whole Go
I
Crom.
know.
Yeah.
As they're running out too, it's probably, maybe that lifted the girls. They saw that
Yeah,
and
they
they
saw the
said,
Go Crom. Oh, we got
Yeah.
true supporters in the Crow
all
supporters
those
group.
beanies they sent through.
We would have only won by 6 goals if we didn't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. And Port would have scored one.
Nah, probably
We
not.
would. Let's not be extreme here.
No.
Do you know something that didn't happen that was meant to happen for this game?
What was that?
We lost a bet. About
You
month or
lost a
two
bet.
ago.
You lost a bet.
No. I lost a bet on our behalf.
It was the stupidest bet in the world. We were never going to win that game. So let's explain the bet. We had
Pears on the pod.
Pears on the pod that was on a
Yeah.
pod that I wasn't there for.
Yeah.
And Damon takes over as EP. It's not an official label.
But from now on, it's unofficial. Yeah.
Now, it's the Power Showdown. It's the last game. Robbie Gray was going to retire and everything else like that. And Damon, he gets the sock off his foot and puts it in his mouth. And the whole shoe. And the whole bloody shoe store. Got all of Athlete's Foot and Foot Locker in there. And you said to the Pears on the Pod guys, you can have our Twitter password if Crows lose that showdown.
I did stipulate. I said nothing that's going to get us kicked out of the state. Like, we're going to keep this above board. They didn't even ask for the password, did they?
Did they? Or did,
Are you okay, Jack Hudson? You're listening to this right
Hang on,
now.
I'm just going
You missed your chance, Jack.
Okay,
no,
so
hang on a minute. they begged for it.
they
Did
were-
they?
Yes,
No.
yes. You need to look at your Facebook Messenger right now. you have left them on
kidding
red.
me.
I'm not joking. Ray's looking around and is just thinking, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, this is
here?
a meeting. Yeah, sorry, mate.
That's fine.
Who did they contact?
You.
They did.
The planning group chat that had us all in.
Okay, so Damon reneged, but the bet, as soon as I found out it was made, I thought to myself, this is the silliest bet in the world. Like,
Yeah.
we're going to have to hand over the password. So I sort of went to ground and said, nah, we're not doing that. But I said, you need to ask Damon. Because Damon never remembers the password anyway.
That's very true.
That is true.
I'm not seeing a single.
Oh, you need to keep
Even
going
if
up.
he saw it, he wouldn't be able to help at all.
Project 119 is the one we're looking at.
Yeah, so for
Oh,
podcast
yeah, the wrong
119,
one, okay.
we had them on.
Hang on,
Just for context.
Let me find here.
Well, okay, so
We're going to put screenshots up of this. So Anthony and Jack from Pears on a Pod will make it up to you boys. I don't know how, but we'll make Damon do it.
So I'll just run through. So the 29th of September, which was, I think, Wednesday, they messaged saying, hello, just touching base regarding the Twitter.
oh god,
The 30th of September.
they did
hello,
remember.
again, just touching base.
I don't see this chat. Anyway, am I even still in it? I actually don't think I'm in the chat.
That's it. No, you are. We're going to get back to some of the thoughts from the listeners as well over on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram as well. Now, Benny Mac, did you want to get Twitter if you can, my boy?
Certainly.
And I'll get up Instagram as well. But were there any comments that we saw online about the game?
Oh, don't ask me.
Okay. The one
Can't even find a message.
Can't even find a message. I'm going to add it in.
we need to talk, Ben. We saw the photo of as the Port girls were training at the goals. So we were at the northern end behind the absolutely disgusting scoreboard.
I stuck up for a Damon on Saturday.
I'm just
Friday
not-
night.
I'm just not
I'd just like to let you know.
I'm proud of you, but I'm just learned to ignore him. Just tuning it out.
Now, to be fundamentally clear, the Port girls they were kicking for goal and everything, and then we had this Beryl who held up this sign that is baffling. Now, I'm just going to read it out. So here it is. So she's holding an Anne Hatchard. She's wearing an Anne Hatchard tie, and it says, "Thanks for the memories," and it's a photo of Aaron Phillips in the 2019 grand final. And then underneath it says, "But we knew you had to go," and it's her in the Port Guernsey. Now, my favourite part was the absolutely baffled child that was looking at it as well. Where is it? No, where's said child? Look at him. Look at him. He's looking at that. And we're going to put this on the social.
Just like, what?
He's like,
what's the point of this?
Beryl, you went to Officeworks. You've printed this. You've glued it.
Yeah.
Why?
Colour printing is expensive.
That
by the way.
is.
It's not even witty.
No, it's no.
Be better.
Yeah, I know.
It's more of a statement. It's
Yeah.
like, we knew you were going
Yeah.
to leave.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Poochie,
Yeah.
for the memories. But we knew you had to go to your home planet.
Yeah.
I would have been fine with it if she'd cut it off after the thanks for the memories and didn't include the bottom bit, but we knew you had to go. That's where it really just ruins it.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, but
Yeah.
my favourite part is that she has it back to front as well. So she's done both sides.
Yeah.
So she's clearly holding up another side to it. Like, I don't know if it says, "Nah, fuck off your dog" or something like that. I didn't see the other side.
Yeah.
But yeah, very confusing. Very confusing. Anyway.
I don't want to stereotype people, but she's cut out every single letter. I'm thinking she's sent a couple of ransom notes before.
Yeah.
Couple of threats. Yeah, she'd know.
Yeah.
Not the first time.
But not to people that have wronged her, just instead of a Yelp review. You know, dear faster pasta Gillis Plains, my panini was cold. You know, in cut out. Yeah.
And the paninis are never cold at Nathaniel's Coffee and Panini as well. But only one.
But it's meant to be.
No, it's not.
Is it meant to be cold?
Well, you can have it fresh or toasted.
Oh, well, there you go.
The choice is yours. Here at Nathaniel's Coffee and Panini. Anyway, Benny Mac.
We have got a couple of comments. We have Margot, who starts off by saying, "This made my," and almost a bit of a Beryl and Cecil, because she goes to all capitals after "made my" for some reason. "Weekend. Great team game by our girls. Love my Crows family. Red heart, yellow heart, blue heart." Very nice and wholesome.
Yeah.
Ryan says, "Just remember that we actually scored one of their 3 points for them."
That's right.
Actually only had 2 points. At Don't Click On Me says, "What a game."
You said don't click on him.
Did you click on it?
I didn't click on him.
Oh,
Didn't
good. Thank God.
Just read the comment.
That would have been too hard to resist to me.
I just, it's there.
Yeah.
Adam43 says, "Wow," with 4 exclamation marks. Pretty simple.
Wow.
And Richard McKinnon says, "Straighter kicking in a winning margin of 119 would have been the icing on the cake." And lastly,
Yep.
Anthony Alessiani says, "What's the password?"
Oh, Damon.
I'm really not enjoying what I'm going to have to do to make this better.
You could sing the Norwood
I'm
song.
not doing that.
We haven't talked to you yet. Now.
No.
Okay.
I don't want to either,
Now-
so let's
no,
move on.
No.
No.
I don't want to ask you about the game
I
itself.
lobotomised myself that day.
Yourself.
Yeah.
The self-lobotomy kit. It's like at Audi special pass.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
You'll find it next to the
No, no.
fish fingers.
kitty litter, fish fingers, lobotomy
Lobotomy,
kit.
yeah.
Yeah, it's all there. And the oil change kit. That's a bloody good one too, $15. Now, you went to the game. I need to ask because people have asked me how is Damon?
Okay.
It was myself. No, seriously. So you went to the game. Where were you, and what was the vibe for you after the game?
It was on the hill, wasn't it?
I was on the hill.
You on the hill?
Sitting on the hill.
It was. Well,
Barefoot,
standing on the hill.
feet in the grass, looking at the fig trees.
After old mate kicks that snap of a goal with 30 seconds left to go on the clock, I was lying on the hill because I actually folded at the knees. I couldn't. It was painful.
And then you went up to the fig trees and hugged it for support.
Yeah, I needed something to get me through.
Why are you called Morton?
It's a terrible name. The story gets worse. Well, gets better for you, Pete. You'll love this. So I'm there with my mates, one of whom is a massive Norwood fan, and we were good. Like the agreement throughout these sort of games is just don't look at each other, don't talk to each other. He's barracking for his team, I'm barracking for mine. Ray, you met him on the day.
Yeah, I was there till half-time and you were fine till then.
I was doing well up until that point. So my mate's there, but he's with his son, and it's his son's first grand final of any kind that he's watching.
How old is the son?
3.
Oh, okay.
Yep, young, just little fella. That's my godson. So he's there in full Norwood get up.
Yeah.
What did you teach him?
Nothing, apparently. Will you deliver this child into the light? No, apparently I can't. Going to remain in darkness, being a Norwood fan. So they win. It all happens. I fall to my knees. I'm just in absolute shock. And then my godson, who I'm supposed to love, comes running up to me going, "We won! We won!" And I went, "Yeah, you did. Yeah." So it was great fun. Yeah, it was a good time. It was an awful day. In some ways, I haven't gotten over it.
I'm going to assume it turned into a pretty long night as well.
Had work the next day, so it couldn't. It could have gone for a lot longer.
That sounds like an annual leave day.
Yeah, that's an ALD. Yeah, that's a sick certificate.
Next time I'll hit you up.
Yeah.
They all knew where I was the day before too, so there was no one was going to buy that. No one was getting into that.
No, I hope you're all right. Like, honestly.
Yeah,
But-
surviving.
Yeah. I mean, by geographical location, I am a Norwood fan, so I'm supposed to stick it to you, but I have no allegiance whatsoever. If we head over to Instagram for some of the comments on there, we've got Ben Whiting who says, "Port really suck." We've got Aiden Tribe-Main who says, "The Crom are too strong for Port." We've got Scott Carms who says, "Clive Waterhouse." Alicia Crompton, that's a fabulous name, says Port suck. Jeez, there's a theme here. We got Christy Bainish, a friend of the pod and Patreon, and I hope, Christy, you're not on the source for this one. I don't think you were, because he said, "We officially tore them apart." Now, the pre-game stuff, we need to talk about that, because the whole vibe beforehand, it wasn't the same as the men's showdown, and when they started doing the Never Tear Us Apart, I think there were even Port fans who were just like, "Oh, are we doing this?"
Yeah.
And they started, "Oh, that's right, we can live," so, they went into it.
I thought
And
when I
neither
was
would a
watching,
team.
when I was watching it on the telly, I thought even just like watching the crowd in the background, it just seemed a bit different to what the men's showdown was. It seemed a little bit more lighthearted, maybe.
Well,
Not in-
half of the people there were because they were able to rort the RAA Crows
Yeah.
membership thing. Oh, you weren't aware
It
of
was
this?
free tickets.
There was a free,
Okay.
the free tickets thing. So it was a
If
tickets
you were
thing.
an RAA customer, but
Yeah.
the only thing you had to do was put in the code RAA Crows into Ticketek.
Right.
You got 4 free tickets.
Sorry, just waving at some.
Yeah, we're not used to having
waving at some
And we
fans.
got live fans.
We've got a street level window for the first time on our
Yeah, if people want to streak next week,
It's just like being on the Today Show.
You're right, it is.
Who's car?
we can get Damon to dress up as the Sunrise Cash Cow and appear on Pairs on a pod.
Oh, perfect.
It's a Sunrise Cash Cow. Is that
Stop giving them ideas. Don't encourage. Is there like some small olive branch to our feral swampy brethren? Their team is brand new.
Yes.
So there's going to be a little element of coming around to learning all the names and things like that. Do you know what I mean? Like we've had how long now of the AFLW? We've had
2017.
Yeah.
So 6 seasons.
We've had 6 seasons to
Yeah.
not just get to know these girls, but they've become. Hachi's a cult hero now.
Yes.
Ebony Marinov's a genuine superstar. Chelsea Randall's our captain.
Yeah.
We've got that long-standing love for the team,
Yeah.
whereas they've had 3 weeks
Yep.
and a bungled China deal. So, in some small fairness to them, it's going to take a while for that magic to be kicked in.
To be fair, Travis Boak did have the best yum char he's ever had when he was over there one time. So
There you go.
you know,
Confirmed.
we're all winners. Yeah.
Yeah. Did he try to cook that yum char for Jack Graham and Asava Radigalia during the week?
Oh.
You just can't get it right.
You
There's
just-
something about the
His wok is
locally.
not hot enough. You just can't get, without an industrial stove, you just can't get that heat.
Yeah. The imported MSG is not the same.
It's not, is it?
No, it's not.
No, something about it. And he couldn't get all the ingredients he needed, so he substituted a few.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know.
Listen into our interview with Adam Liao as well for more cooking tips as well about Matani chicken salt.
Oh, yeah.
Just about our players. I reckon Chelsea Randall, she's so flexible. She goes either side of the ball.
Yep.
I think she's underutilised. I think given the right resources, probably get her involved with the Ukraine-Russia thing. Probably solve that. Give her enough, medical research. Who knows
mean,
what she can do?
She's the leader, but I don't know about leading it.
My favourite part of
Do you reckon she could fix up the Nordstrom gas
She could
stream
do
as
everything. I don't limit her to anything.
the best part about that was just all of us here nodding, being like, yeah, that's all right. And then we just take a turn.
I was about to offer some serious football. Without Aaron Phillips here, we do need that pinch hitter. Oh, you mean on the front lines?
Yeah. She can do anything.
Imagine her in Desert Storm. Just across the Iraqi desert as well.
Just throwing herself into everything like she took that hanger. Just
Who needs a Tomahawk missile when you got that?
exactly.
She could be a drone. Just a drone, just fly. Just some recon. All right, back to the Instagram comments because they may make slightly more sense than this. We've got a friend of the pod, Jack, who has the goat named Crom. It said, evil mouthy Pear next to and in front of me didn't know what hit them with me there. Now, speaking of that, we got, so our Crows, our Go Crom flag got reported for antisocial stuff. There were people that were 5 rows in front of us. And this is a friend of a friend who's in a group chat with a bunch of Port fans, and they said that effing Go Crom flag is here. I'm reporting it, and I have a screenshot of it too.
There you go.
Oh, just amazing.
Is it because they can't read and they thought they said it something else or something?
Maybe.
They were reading it backwards, more cog. What's that?
That meme of if these children could read, they'd be very upset. You have been working that something chronic this last year. And
I know.
I approve wholeheartedly.
But it works. That's
does.
the thing.
Yeah.
Now, shout out to Sam Roberts from Adelaide Crows Pride. He was the one that initiated that one for the first showdown. But I took it a step further, just sort of saying, no, if Port Adelaide wanted to be at the level with us for AFL Women's, they should have invested in it to begin with.
Yep.
And you went for some shitty trying to do it because you're desperate for money and your club's broken and always has been since the early 90s. So go fuck yourselves. All right. We've got to... I met up with Scott Cowan as well. We're a friend of the pod as well. He just said Port. LOL. So put your 2 O's.
Hilarious.
Sparkling banter all around. Now, Benny Mac. I need to ask you a question. Do you reckon the 2 or 3 girls in front of us that were sitting there, that the girl that power chugged 5 red wines in 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Where do you think she's at right now?
Similar to Damon after the grand final, by the sounds of it, I think.
In a dark place.
She had some very intriguing stories, which we won't share on air because they...
There's something about relations with a current Collingwood player.
Where's this going to go?
No,
Nowhere.
This is as far off the air. There will be more, and calling one of her friends' boyfriends a simp.
Yeah, no, she said to be a simp and follow her because she was going to the toilet, but I saw him. He was sitting there punting on some random greyhound race. So he didn't really care about the footy, but
He was
They
all,
sound like genuinely good people.
Yeah, right.
yeah. Well, they were sitting in the free tickets for the RA Crows, so didn't have to pay $10 apparently. Now, we also had the BNF that happened this week, and surprise, surprise, Rory Laird winning his 3rd Malcolm Blight jacket. Lleyton, surprised by that one?
No, I picked it. No.
Oh, no.
It was just 1 vote away from 119 votes.
Dogs.
Devastating.
But yeah, his 3rd BNF goes in the same company as Rashudo, Goodwin, McLeod.
Yeah.
impressive effort.
It's not bad for a rookie pickup too, is it?
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there was a lot happening on the night. I know Dawson came second. Was that right, Ben?
Yep. Dawson came second by 4 votes. We had Benny Keys, bit of a gap between him and Dawson in third. Taylor Walker not far behind. Brody Smith, Darcy Fogarty, Shane McAdam, which was a little bit of a surprise to be so high up.
Very
in the order.
surprising. I didn't think he played enough games.
No, but he tied with Tom Duday, and Sam Berry and Jake Saligo not far behind as well. So a couple of interesting ones in there, but good to see different people and a few of the young boys in and amongst the top 10.
Yeah.
Very good to see Sam Berry up there.
There were a few other awards as well. I know Anne Hatchard won the women's best and fairest for the fall season.
Yeah.
Yep.
But there were a couple of other ones as well. I think Riley O'Brien got his token I Am Tall award or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So we had the Members MVP Award, which went to Jordan Dawson.
Yep.
The Adelaide Crows Foundation Community Leadership Award went to Tom Duday. The Players Trademark Award went to Rory Laird. Anne Hatchard won the 2022 AFLW Club Champion, as he mentioned. Jay Boyle won the Dean Bailey Award, which I can't remember exactly what it's for, but I think it's leadership around the club. Kieran Strawn, the 2022 SANFL Club Champion.
Yes, back to back. He'll be loving it, won't he? Getting all these medals and not playing many.
Riley O'Brien won the Phil Walsh Best Team Man Award. Taylor Walker, the Leading Goal Kicker Award. That's no surprise. We knew that one was coming.
Why do they bother presenting? They go, and the winner is...
According to the Excel spreadsheet and AFL tables, it is.
To be fair, Tex would be sitting at the table going, I hope I win it.
Yeah.
I reckon I'm a chance.
Just like he does a surprise look like at the Oscars.
At some point in that night, he grabbed the person next to him and said, "Do you reckon I'm in with a shot?" Tell me honestly. You're my friend. Tell me honestly. Am I in with a shot?
He's just happy it was not 2020 and it said 15 goals on the trophy. That was rough.
Oh, that's bad.
I'm sure I wouldn't cost much to put a 1 on afterwards.
We had Sam Berry winning the Mark Bickley Emerging Talent Award, and I believe the last one was Ben Keys winning the Dr. Brian Sando OAM Award.
That's right. Yeah. And Ben Keys was half cut that night.
Half.
He was full cut.
Based on the photos.
The photos, he was obliterated. But the hair,
Oh, yeah.
Immaculate.
perfect.
I
Didn't
was
know.
more interested in the awards that they didn't give out. I've come up with a few awards that I thought we could get going. So
Here we go. Some material.
we got the least accurate shot on goal.
Lockie Murphy.
Chase Jones, 3 points, no goals.
Yeah.
Surprised by that.
We got most clangers.
Oh.
Ben Keys. Unfortunately, only had 99 for the year. Couldn't just get that one more
Almost
for 100.
cracked the ton.
Is that a club record, 99?
I don't know.
That in and of itself is a clanger.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So that's his 100th. You beauty.
Yeah.
Did everyone storm the stage or something?
And fell off.
Most,
It's a clanger.
It's 101.
most free kicks against Ned.
Yeah.
That's
Awesome.
not surprising.
Yeah.
At all.
Best on social media. Ben
Davis.
Davis.
Ben Davis.
Has to be Ben
Yeah.
Davis.
100%.
And then most activity on Gumtree, Billy Frampton.
What was he selling on Gumtree?
Oh, just everything. He's got to move to Collingwood.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's spoken to Carl Amon about how to advertise different things.
Move that.
Yeah.
I want to know how the
Jack-
cupboard.
Did Jack end up buying the wardrobe from Carl Amon, I wonder?
Jack, let us know.
Follow-up.
Yeah.
That's the follow-up from the last Hairs on a Pod.
Yes, yes.
So you remember that? You don't remember the...
No.
You don't...
No.
Cupboard, yes. Bets, nah.
No.
Well, so that was the BNF, and we'll be announcing our Bungie medal for this year. We haven't been doing a count this year. We'll just fucking pick someone. I don't know. One of the people that didn't win.
Sure.
Jimmy Rowe?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Congratulations, Jimmy Rowe. You're officially now the Bungie medal.
Bungie medalist into D list.
There you go.
Yeah, it's his last chance to get a trophy. You may as well give him one.
Yeah.
He's at Oktoberfest at the moment. He's living the
I
life.
saw the
he's
Instagram
loving
this
it.
morning, yeah.
He had a balloon tied to him yesterday.
Yeah, the unicorn balloon.
To be fair,
As
I
you
haven't
do.
lost him yet. I mean, not a bad idea.
They got close a couple of times and they saw the balloon floating in the middle. Like, there he is.
He's fine.
it's a better parenting move than putting a leash on him.
Yeah.
Like, less judgy stares.
Well, then again, he's wearing lederhosen though, so it's you'd assume that there's some sort of buckle to hook it up to.
Yeah, good harness.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a good harness.
Yeah.
Jimmy, come back. Anyway. All right. Next up, the trade period has begun, and all the shenanigans therein has started. And of course, now we're going to ignore the next point that I've written about the AFL Grand Final because I forgot to delete things. But the trade period, of course, began with Jason Horne-Francis. Big surprise, Port Adelaide.
Good.
Yeah,
Have him.
have him.
Yeah.
Sell the farm for him.
Yep.
Do it.
Yeah.
Have no money
We
left to
dare you.
Yeah, exactly.
it.
Yeah.
Here's a question though. Last year, and I know this on the record, that up until half an hour before the first draft pick was announced, the Crows were actively trying to trade for it.
Yep.
Now, hindsight's 2020, but if that went through,
No, I'm of the mind that he was desperate to get back to Adelaide. I even put something in the Patreon chat today about everything that I know of this kid, everything that I've read and heard and blah, 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 is that he is so family-centred. You know, his mum and his stepdad and his little brother and all that are just his world, which makes you think, man, you're in the wrong career because you're almost forced to travel in your first year of work.
Well, David Noble said today on Trade Radio that when he said that in their draft interviews and North Melbourne offered to move his family to Melbourne so that they were around.
Yeah, right.
And he's just, he's set
What,
his ways.
every like seventh cousin and everything?
Where
Yeah.
does it cut off? Yeah.
It would improve their membership base. It's a win-win for everyone.
I bet
crowd
they-
increases.
I bet they still wouldn't go. So from everything I understand is that he was always going to come back to Adelaide to be closer to them. If the Crows had got him, I actually think we would have had a player because I think his shenanigans this year has just been to get out of Melbourne and get back to Adelaide. That being said, he's now put himself in the box seat to go, I want to go to Port Adelaide, make that happen, or it goes to arbitration.
Yeah.
So I think if we had drafted him, we would have had a hell of a player and that would have been fine. But now he's just got more of a say in where he ends up.
The other thing I heard, I was listening to Trade Radio as well. It's very interesting how you can just choose your homesickness. Be like, yep, I'm homesick,
Yeah.
but I don't want to go to Adelaide. I'm just going to Port.
Yeah.
How homesick are you? Really? Like,
That's it.
Kurt Tippett was homesick and then
Went to
changed
another
state. Yeah.
My favourite is still when Phil Davis revealed that he spent 2 weeks as a fetus living in Western Sydney and really wanted to get back to its home roots.
It's just a Penrith water.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it's a vibe.
something about it.
Yeah.
So, they'll sell the farm for him. That deal will get done.
I think North Melbourne are a tricky spot because either they play hard ball like Freo do and go, no, you're not going anywhere, you're contracted, stick it out, or they try to get him now while he's still got a bit of hype about him, a bit of value.
Yeah, and
to him.
while they don't have a head coach,
Yeah.
North Melbourne genuinely don't know who's coaching them next
Because
season.
only North Melbourne could hire a coach that gets Brisbane's coach sacked.
It's impressive more than anything.
I'm not even mad. I'm impressed.
He's been suspended by proxy. How the hell did they do that at Arden Street?
It's incredible. I mean, take it one step further, and North Melbourne are the only team that could possibly be so rocked to the point where their next 10 years is now in question after the actions of another club.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Stunning.
Yeah, what are they going to sell to him to stay?
There's nothing they can sell. There's nothing that they can offer this kid now. Nothing.
You got a contract. It was interesting.
exactly.
What is it? There are people that work high up in North Melbourne looking at their contracts right now going, for fuck's sake. Like,
If I
how
have
do
to
I
say-
get out of this?
I'm still here.
No, it's interesting though. Their list manager did come out this morning. It was raised about how we had offered 3 first-round picks last year, and he said, "Well, Porter offering 2 first-rounders and someone else." And he's like, "Well, we've rejected more than that last year, so why would we not do it again?"
Yep.
Which is interesting and
Because you're going to
fucking stupid,
You're
really.
gonna
But
keep him on your list as he pounces and throws temper tantrums even more for another, year?
Yeah.
No, you're not doing that.
But it's just going to decrease his
no.
value.
Look, if Clarko ends up back at the club, he seems like a spiteful operator.
If
I think he'd just be, no, you're turning up every game. You know what? I'm going to name you as the emergency every fucking game. You have to be on the pitch. You know what? If someone gets injured, I'm not putting you in. I'm going to make you warm up.
Yeah.
You're going to do laps afterwards. Because you know what? Fuck you.
that guy can play injured for all I care.
Yeah.
I think if they had,
I don't care if your leg's amputated. Get out of there.
if they've got any sort of faith in Clarkson being their coach next year, which I don't even want to get into it.
Yeah, we're not
even going to touch it.
Yeah, we're not going to touch that one,
Not
mate.
touching it. If they've got any faith in him being, or if none of this had happened and Clarko was 100% going to be there, yeah, you back it. You back Clarko to get the best out of this kid. That is gone. That ship sailed. North Melbourne need to cut their losses. They need to get some draft picks in. They just don't need another drama on their hands. Sell him.
They can't sell him.
Take whatever Port offer. That's what I mean.
Yeah, but what if Port offered, I don't know, an MG ZS?
What if Port offered
And the cash
Jasper
cow.
Pittard again? They just recruit him. They sign Jasper Pittard up and go, yep,
Clarko's like, no, I'm trying to get away from him.
And there was the other guy, Polek.
Yeah.
It only comes as a package deal. Only take it together.
You do us a favour, we do you a favour.
That's it. Yeah.
The Trojan horse. Oh, God. Well, of course, Port also had their tour of with Jack Graham and Asava Radaglia, and they turned up and said, nah.
The best thing was Jack Graham went back and didn't say, oh, no, I'm going to stay at Richmond. He said, I'm not going to Port.
Yeah, that's the best part. That's exactly what he said. There's rumours now that he might go to St Kilda. After all, how bad a Port that they're driving players to St Kilda?
Well, you know, my favourite part of the last trade period was Jordan Dawson. Wasn't he trying to run away, jumping into an MG as he
shots of
sped
him
away from
being
Alberton?
chased out of the car park at Alberton. Yeah.
Take me to West Lakes. Oh my God, carpet smells.
Get me up the sand dunes quick. It's
I don't know that Asava Radaglia really does anything for them anyway.
No,
the ruck options, I guess, but
He plays key position, not right.
yeah, but who have they got playing ruck currently? They're looking at it going
Like
anyone
that.
else.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Finlayson, Lysett, but Lysett's injured.
Brintickle, but he had a broken shoulder.
Yeah.
It's interesting as well. Geelong came out today and said that they really want to keep Radaglia as well, which I don't understand. Like, they have a lack of ruck.
Yeah,
And
but
it brings down their age demographic.
yeah. I was going to say
That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's the only player on the list that doesn't have a cow. So. But I guess this goes back to, I know you guys recorded your draft spotlight special, but who are the Crows looking at as a part of even some of their trades or in regards to the draft as well? Any picks that they want to move up or down? Or
So there's obviously Rankin straight away.
Yep.
That's going to be the first priority.
Yeah.
I think people are talking that this isn't a very deep draft. So Gold Coast might be happy to get a future pick because they reckon next year's draft crop's a bit better, but...
Well, they've got a, I forget his name. They've got a young
Academy
bloke.
player, don't they?
Yeah, the academy player who they're talking about being...
McElhaney?
No, that's
That's
Crow's
ours.
father,
Yep.
son.
Oh, sorry.
Gold Coast have got a guy coming out of Southport next year that they reckon could be a top 5 draft pick.
Yeah.
So they're going to want our first and their first to sort of match that.
and they'll
Which-
likely have more from Jack Bowes as well, who's
Yeah,
looking to go
7.
somewhere.
Oh, they're looking to get rid of pick 7 with him.
Yeah.
Yep, to move high. They want quality of draft pick over, which is interesting because that's how they got themselves in the salary cap mess in the first place because they've got so many high-rated young stars that they need to pay them all. But anyway,
Yeah.
whatever.
Take pick 7, have it.
Exactly. Yeah, we don't want it. So what would you agree though, Ray, that this opens the Crows up potentially the way this is all panning out to getting Philippou?
Maybe, I don't know where we're going to pick him up or if we even need him. Like, I think the Crows are in a spot now where it's not just best available talent that we need to get in. It's sort of trying to get someone positional.
Yep.
So, do we need him or do we just get him to spite Port?
Yeah, to spite.
Yeah. I'm not hearing anything against, frankly, at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's an interesting one because we weren't planning this. We were fully just thinking Crows will give up pick 5 this year, get Rankin. That's done, sorted, out of the draft. Hopefully we get Keilor and or McElhaney. And now, and like I think I even said to you on our pod, like, oh, Port will take Philippou. I just thought it was a fait accompli.
Yeah, same.
I think that's gone now too. It's this draft is so up. It's more. This draft is probably more up in the air than any draft I've seen in the last 10 years.
Yeah, it's interesting to me that they reckon it's not very strong and there won't be all the picks taken either. So,
The top 10 is, as always, is
Strong.
It really bottoms out around pick 15 to 20.
They're always taking a top 10, yeah.
Yes.
No one passes on their first round.
It would be an interesting ploy just to pass. No, we pass.
What a power move.
Yeah.
We don't rate any.
Yeah. We've picked one, we select. Nah.
See ya.
Gil, you just choose, mate. Yeah. Give us anyone.
Just Gil, read a name.
So this year we'll be doing our annual live draft. That'll be happening in November as well, and we'll be having a whiteboard for that one too.
Boy,
Yes.
we're going to put anything on it, or is it just going to be
possibly it's just going to be cream drawn dicks. So anyway, but we'll all be on, and we'll have some of our Patreons around too to go through everything for that as well. But we've also had our draft spotlight, so go back to listen to that with Ray and Damon as well. And we also had our walk and talk that we did after the game, AFL's showdown too. And if you want to help sponsor us or support us for this amazing gig that we do, where can you do that at, Damon?
Sorry.
Okay. If you go to
Patreon.com/the Crowject.
/Crowject.
Sign up, get yourself a whole swag of goodies, including lanyards, bottle openers, Cordies.
Yeah.
Gross.
Not just generic ones, Crowject ones.
He's wearing
I'm
mine too.
wearing-
I'm wearing mine too.
Don't. No, I'm going to be made to drink Fanta later. I don't have to touch that.
Well, that's coming up next. And also Fabric of Our Club, which is an amazing book that Lleyton and a few mates of his have worked on too, and we're happy to bankroll in the background for that. You can get that at Sports Card World and the Avenues News Agency at St. Peter's, and of course at crowject.bigcartel.com. Now, Benny Mac, we have
A special beverage.
a special beverage for a special man. We've got Fanta Banter.
We do, the return. And I know that everyone has been eagerly awaiting the return of this. That's an alleged comment.
So what flavour is this?
Find me one listener that enjoys this.
Well, that's the thing about the flavour of this one, Lleyton. It's actually a mystery flavour.
Oh.
It is coloured blue. That could mean many things.
Detergent.
So I will...
God, it looks like Listerine.
Yeah, I'll try a bit then. I'll try a bit. So, as Ben is decanting that one, let's tell the story that Damon hates Fanta. Hates it.
passion.
The passion. Oh, is that?
That's
Is that
yours.
what, yeah, that's mine.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's so blue.
It's like pick
This is
9 from a couple of
ridiculous.
years ago. Look how many rounds and
I
stuff.
feel like I've just had my teeth cleaned. And,
Yeah.
or I have to get my dentures out.
You know,
this is very Beryl and this flows into Beryl and
You know when you go to the barber and they keep all of their all their things in that
All their
jar,
combs and stuff like
of that blue stuff? Yeah.
It smells like bubble gum.
Yeah, it's the sort of place you go into. Mate, just take a seat, okay?
No, I'll be right with you.
All right, on the count of 3, we're going to have a drink. Damon, you first. 1, 2, 3.
That is garbage.
That is a mystery flavour.
Yeah.
It's watermelon.
Yeah, watermelon.
Seems to be.
watermelon.
I reckon they've made it blue just to throw it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try harder, Fanta.
What would you give that out of 10?
I wouldn't.
Well, you need to. That's the secret.
Pass.
Yeah, pass. Yeah,
I abstain.
Like Lleyton at the draft table. Nah, not taking one. Nah, I don't know. 5. It's not even. This is the thing. It's not even offensive. Like it's not even funny how bad this tastes. It's just It's
And
just average as hell.
I feel like because you don't know the flavour, it makes it slightly better. Like it tastes like shit.
Yeah.
No question. But because you know they're not trying to be something specific.
Yeah.
It's like
It's
because
not a
you
bad
don't know-
watermelon.
Yeah.
It's because you don't know what it is. It tastes good. What?
If I had a watermelon that was that colour,
Yeah.
I would take it back and abuse the people at Coles. I would not.
Buys
I
their
would
fruit
as-
and veg from Coles.
I do.
I wouldn't. I'd be posting that straight away, straight to the Guinness Book of Records. Blue watermelon.
Yeah.
That's going viral.
Look at this watermelon.
Oh, it'll have some dumb name like that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Blue melon blast or some crap.
Yeah. Just don't Google blue waffle. Anyway, so we'll be back after these noises. All right, we're back. Now it's time for Beryl and Cecil of the Week with Benny Mac. Brought to you by Nathaniel's Coffee and Panini.
Oh, why am I still drinking that?
Oh, I don't know.
I went back for another one.
Picking up the drink.
Benny Mac, take it away for Beryl and Cecil of the Week.
So we have got Stephen Fell in We Fly as One. He says, I see Jason Horne-Francis wants a trade. Yes, to Port Adelaide. Ah, well, keep up the good work, Justin. Assumingly he's referring to Justin Reid, who somehow has an influence on Jason Horne-Francis.
All his
preferences. Yeah. In the lead up to the Women's Showdown last week, we have Victoria in a comment section saying, yes, I'm going tonight and will wear my Crows AFLW shirt and cheer like crazy when they score. Mind you, I have a really soft spot for Port and they will get a clap for goals as well. Didn't age well, she didn't have to clap. But
At least her hands are fine.
Barry in Adelaide Crows Pride the Forum during the game said, I have one question. Aaron who?
Phillips.
Oh,
Yeah, the one who won 3 flags for us,
Do you know, I feel really good genuinely being able to help and actually answer these sort of questions. So thank you, Ray. Yeah.
And lastly, and this is a bit of a long one, so you're going to have to stick with me here. We've got Dylan in Adelaide Crows Pride the Forum, who's done his best Josh Jenkins impersonation and put together a mega club trade.
Jesus.
Okay. Stay with us.
He has prefaced it by saying this is strictly fantasy and he's ruined it. What I reckon might happen.
That's not fantasy then.
Yeah. So trade number 1. Clubs involved: Adelaide, Richmond, GWS, and Sydney.
Okay.
Adelaide split pick 5 and a future third rounder for Sydney's 14 and 17.
What?
We then on trade pick 17 to Richmond for Jack Graham and pick 30.
No.
Richmond used number 12 and 17 and a future first for Tim Taranto and Jacob Hoffel. Well, he's got that right. 12 and 17 were used for Taranto.
Yeah.
And pick 21. And pick 21 as well. Trade number 2. And this is all with the same ones. Adelaide could then use pick number 14 to trade with Brisbane to get their future first round pick, which allows them to get Dunkley to the club. Brisbane don't need much to get Will Ashcroft to the club.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. They need quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then from there, we'll use Brisbane's future first round pick to get Isaac Rankin, which would be like, in 14,
they'll finish
15. Not a great number.
No.
Adelaide in trade 4 would then receive Caleb Poulter for Billy Frampton. Apparently a player swap is very likely here, even though...
Poulter's already been ruled out. Club said we don't want him.
And I don't think Billy Frampton needs to be traded because he can just be delisted.
Right. Yeah.
Possibly trade number 5. Adelaide received pick 37 for Jimmy Rowe. Jimmy isn't worth their next pick, which is 65, and isn't worth their earlier pick at 29. We could also skip the trade with Brisbane entirely and keep 14 for Isaac Keeler, Adam Dealoya, Kobe Ryan, Harry Barnett, or someone else.
Deloya, thank you.
Yeah, the lawyer.
And 2023 ? We could use our 2023 and 2024 first round picks on Jason Horne-Francis. If we were willing to offer 3 first rounders for him in the draft last year, then surely it's worth it.
Gosh. Luckily, there's only so many list manager positions in the world, isn't there?
All right.
Well, I don't think you'd be getting one anyway.
No.
I've avoided Twitter for this reason. Just the trade calls and just abuse that comes from it.
Yeah.
It's just, there's that many
That's what annoys me.
couch riders that,
There's nothing wrong with going like, what do we think this would work? Like, I'm just going to spitball here. And then Twitter just turns, because it's Twitter, into instant bullying and abuse around it. And it's like, God, this isn't...
How does he still have his job, mate?
Yeah, calm down. Like we said before, it's not FIFA on manager mode.
Yeah.
You can't just sell a guy by pushing buttons. It's a bit different.
I was reading a book during the week where it's like...
Here we go. Which book?
C-Spot.
So it's called James...
Spot. Run fast.
The Gruffalo?
Actually, I should preface it. I was listening to an audio book, so I can...
that's right.
I can listen at a more advanced level than I can read. So... it was James...
Do you have a school certificate proving that?
Don't argue with him. This
It's
is a
in a frame.
podcast.
I was going to say, he's going to listen back to himself. I think, God, that guy makes some good points. It's in the show notes. Nah, not reading that.
Now, if you'll excuse me, 1 fish, 2 fish, blue fish. Sorry, Ray.
No, you're right.
Right,
All
continue.
good. So it was James Acaster's guide to quitting social media. And he basically tells this far-fetched story about how he had to go quitting social media, but he loved social media that much that he tried to work the things back into his life. And he's like, I went and hired a art studio so I could hang my pictures up everywhere, but I left a comment section underneath. And it's just like how ridiculous the things that we do online would be if we did them in real life. So
If you like it, just put a blue dot next to it. You know?
So Twitter would just be the equivalent to standing in a busy street shouting whatever you thought at the time and then getting upset when people replied to you.
yeah,
That's what Twitter would be.
exactly.
Yeah. I like that.
God. The Beryls and Cecils. Like sand through an hourglass. Now, next up, we've got the AFL Women's Around the Grounds. Now, there was a game. Was there a game before the showdown?
There was.
Yes.
We had Hawthorn coming up against the Eagles at Skybus Stadium. Oh, the famous Skybus Stadium.
Up in the clouds.
It's about time games got played there.
Right? Yeah. That's a whole market that's unexploited.
No, I think it's on the bus from the Melbourne Tullamarine to the city.
Is it on the roof or like inside the bus or how do they?
There was plenty of contested possessions. It was like,
Yeah.
It was like a fight in a phone booth, wasn't it? You know.
Well, you won't be surprised to hear it was only a 3-point margin.
Oh wow.
Hawthorn won by 3 points at Skybus Stadium.
Can I just say, like, how little does the AFL respect showdowns that they're doing it again, putting us on second billing on a Friday night to whatever that game was, wherever that was played?
That one started at like 3:30 p.m. in the afternoon.
Oh, yeah, okay, they got it worse than we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because of the traffic.
Right. yeah.
it was a bus, so fine.
I've had a look where Skybus Stadium is. It's in Frankston.
They have it a lot worse
You
than
need
that.
Skybus to get there.
Yeah, literally.
And thinking about it, the West Coast Eagles supporters in Perth, 3:30 p.m. our time would have been about what, 2 o'clock their time?
Yeah,
On a
they're all
Friday?
at work.
Yeah, Melbourne time. So yeah,
Yeah, no one saw that game in Perth.
Nah.
They're just trying to catch the Eagles off guard.
Yeah.
Well, it worked.
Yeah, it did work.
Well, it's sort of like Hatchie having to go to the best and fairest the night before a game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
You got to collect your jacket. Come on.
yeah, come on, just get on. We already got your measurements, all right?
The second she puts it on, someone's going, now go home, go to bed.
Yeah. Stay. All right, next up, later.
And then we had the Giants winning against Carlton in a little bit of an upset because Carlton are in good form, but the Giants bouncing back after only scoring a point against us.
Big response.
And then the Cats beat Bulldogs by 1 point, 37 to 36 in a close game with Geelong.
You're not happy
playing
about
well.
that one?
Yeah, it's close to a draw. What's going on? And then slightly further away margin, we had Collingwood winning by 2 points against St Kilda. And I think the main clip we saw on social media from this was the St Kilda player running into the open 50 and missing the goal.
It would have sealed the game with 2.5 minutes to go.
Yeah. Tragic.
Classic St Kilda.
Yeah.
And another close game on Saturday, we had the Tigers winning by 4 points against the Suns at Swinburne Centre. Then on Sunday, the Lions won by 44 points against the Bombers, who were kept scoreless up until half time, surprisingly. I thought our record was going to be beaten.
Oh, no.
For a team going through a game without a scoring, but it's all right. They kicked a few goals, Essendon. And then the Bombers
At least they
thrashed-
kicked goals.
Yeah. The Bombers thrashed the Dockers at Fremantle Oval, and the Kangaroos smashed Sydney by 66 points, 67 to 1.
Sydney are atrocious.
They
Horrid.
are sitting on the bottom of the ladder with a percentage of 27.7.
Oh, that's bad.
Zero
That's bad.
wins. Not good.
thanks, Gil.
You can kick torts with marmalade, but you can't fix AFL women's. What's wrong with you?
Oh, can we, just for a second, well done, Marmalade.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
good on them.
the people's torp, and they managed to make it happen.
Yeah, they
Good on them.
They did. And we were a part of it because they wore their hat on MCG, and I ordered those cordies for them.
Yeah, you did.
And I didn't get a shout out, you dogs. But look, there are comments though. NRL Grand Final happened this weekend and everything, and sort of the exposure to that, and also the NRL Women's is happening too. But Sydney women's footy sucks.
I watched the NRLW yesterday, and I've been following it quite closely. But they've had 5 or 6 seasons now. They started around the same time.
Yeah.
But they haven't added any teams. They've still had 6 for the 6 seasons. They're about to add 4 more teams coming up next year.
How has that gone, like, from your perspective? Because I haven't followed it whatsoever, but how's it gone from a quality perspective in regards to the nexus of players?
Well, So they've had players coming up now that this year are like breaking records. They're young. They've got all the resources put into them. Like
Excellent.
the Newcastle girls have Andrew Johns, the greatest to ever do it, go and coach them. And he reckons that some of their players could be the best in Newcastle Knights history. So they've actually had to drive the standards from below. And then once they filter some more teams in, the grades below are fighting to get up there. So they're getting better, which I think is the problem at the moment with the AFLW.
Yep.
The growth of AFLW is very linear. It's like continuing to go up, but it's not the top 10 to 15 players because they're really good.
Yep.
It's
And they're all
players, players 20 to 30 on the list that aren't providing the push up.
Yeah, the support.
And there's no, like, especially for the Crows and Port, there's no SNFLW to keep those players in form. So once you get dropped, how are you going to prove your form to...
Well, there is an SANFL women's, though.
But it's not on now, it's done.
It's not on the same time.
That's what it means. So if you're not playing
sorry.
for the seniors, you're not playing footy.
Yeah.
Which is actually a very concerning point that I hadn't considered. Yeah.
That's bad.
So I was actually talking about it with some mates yesterday because we were watching the NRL Grand Final, and he was saying that he read an article where he was they were basically saying that it's not elite and they should, cut funding and that they're not deserving. But that's the only way that they're going to get better is with funding and facilities. And
Has to be nurtured.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think Gills just wanted to get it to 18 to
Before he
to
left.
sell the to sell the TV rights and
Yep. And be the first to have done it. Yeah. It's a hard one, isn't it? Because in one way you've just opened up, half a dozen more talent pathways, which is huge. No one can deny that's a good thing. But you're right in the sense that this is a game that for so long has worked on the spectacle of the game. And there's enough people writing dumb, short-sighted articles in right-wing newspapers at the moment talking down women's footy.
News Corp.
I didn't say it.
Yes, you did.
That it's you worry what the backlash is going to be, like especially in New South Wales, where they've been banging this drum for a decade and a half now about how New South Wales has got to be the forefront of the game and the growth of the game.
Yeah.
And both women's teams suck coming out of there. Like GWS got the win, but they were belted by us last week. And the same questions that are being asked about Sydney were being asked about the Giants last week.
Well, even the GWS in the men's, like with Western Sydney in the NRL now, they're if they don't,
They've really cracked back in.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the most saturated sporting landscape in Australia out there. And they've got how many soccer teams out there that they could play for? They've got basketball teams. They've got the netball teams. They've got the NRL coming through.
And
as
their
well.
federal swing seats, too. They fucking get everything.
It's true.
Yeah.
It is because the Port Barrow.
You want to expand the M1? Fucking, we're doing it.
do it. Yeah. Your team needs a new change room, so we're building.
Yeah, we're doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've already done it.
Yeah.
You want a pond?
We want
doing
to
it.
upgrade it.
Yeah.
We'll do it again.
We'll do it again.
We did it
Thank
last
God.
year. It's all right. Do it again.
Thank God there's no ICAC yet.
No, not in New South Wales. Anyway, we've got to say thank you to our $10 Patreons as well. The wing beneath our wings, or the wings beneath our wing. I don't know. Anyway, thank you to Dave Carnivale, Jake Bockover, Ray O'Hara.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome. Ben Piro, Sophie Damon, Drew Corner, Sam Curtis, Sean Davies, James Payne, Michael Bornholm, Shahin Marty.
Good.
And congratulations on getting your doctorate in concrete. Or whatever. Jezza Withers, Lachlan Dan Wellin, and Brendan McCarrigan. And a big thank you to everyone else for supporting us too in the $2 and $5 brackets too. Now,
Coming up this Saturday, we have Crows versus the Dockers at Unley Oval.
yes, 2:40 start.
2:40 start.
Now, Damon, do you want to get obliterated for this game and just roll around?
At this point, I'll be stoked if I get to watch it
All right.
because I haven't been able to.
You want to come?
Sure.
I'll pay for your ticket.
I'll check and see what's going on.
No, don't go there. Don't get tickets at the gate.
No,
yeah.
you
Get
learn
them
last time.
beforehand.
Get them beforehand.
The sands, what is
Sandstone
it? The
bridge.
Besser Block Sandstone Hut is not made for 3G or 4G or 5G or anything, really.
Can I tell you a story about trying to go to footy at the moment? So during the year, the West Coast game, I believe it was, I took my 3-year-old to the game, first footy
It
game.
was raining and
Yeah.
shocking weather.
Yeah. Yeah. But I made him sit out on the fence because That's what we do.
Because you're a good father.
And exactly. So I took him and
you
he
were undercover. You do
left him there.
Ray was in a box.
Yeah.
I could see him. He's fine.
You're just piffing spring rolls and
Even Rory Sloane shamed me about it as well. He's like, oh, geez, a bit wet out here. Maybe you want to go undercover or something.
Wait, so Sloaney, like,
Yeah, so
came over to you?
well, backstory, my son's name's Rory because I was like, he's such a good role model, I need to name him. Yeah. So my son Rory was standing up on the fence like as everyone ran out, and he was walking over to the bench, and my son started waving to him. So he walked over and said, hello, buddy, and like fist bumped him, and as my son fist bumped him, he was like, oh, you hurt my hand, you're too strong. So hey, my son was telling everyone for 3 weeks that Rory Sloane said he's strong. So and then he goes,
I broke Rory Sloane's hand.
yeah.
Imagine if he literally got like busted his hand in that game. He cut that out in the paper and everything. That one.
So he was like, he come over, he's like, can I have a photo? He's like, yeah, no worries. He's like, geez, a bit wet, you probably want to move him undercover soon, wouldn't you? I was like, tell me he had a father.
I've been up in the box. I've seen him.
But anyway, so we were there and he loved every second of it, and he was talking about it for ages. Then when the final started, he was getting a bit more into footy, so we sat down and watched Richmond versus Brisbane.
Yep.
And I was going, it's
Perfect
Tigers
game.
versus Lions. Anyway, he was like, oh yeah, bit into it. And then I said to him on the Sunday, do you want to go watch the Crows again? We'll go to Adelaide Oval. He goes, no, not going to Adelaide Oval anymore. I'm like, why not? He goes, oh, they don't have good fences. I'm like, what? Why do they need good fences? He's like, well, you told me that the Tigers and the Lions were playing last night, and there is no way that those fences can keep back Tigers or Lions. So he refuses to go to the footy now.
Because he's scared of an African mauling. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Interestingly, though, it contained the crows and the eagles, which can fly around.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. There was no netting.
Yeah.
You're right. The 3-year-old's logic does not stand up.
Don't worry, man. I've got a close to a 3-year-old. Got the same thing too. It's my first game for Georgia was the Crows Collingwood game, and as we were just coming out, so we were sitting in the Western Stand, but as we were walking up, I think Collingwood kicked a goal, which is happened in that game quite a few times. And the crowd went nuts because there were quite a lot of Collingwood fans, and that just scared the bejesus out of her. He's like, I want to go home. And I was like, no, we can watch Bluey and Asses. Okay. So it went up and everything. But then by the fourth quarter, way into it, no. But no, I haven't explained the fences thing. And
I don't know how his mind works. I don't know. He's an absolute, 3-year-olds.
Kids,
Who
am I
haven't?
right?
Yeah.
Mate.
I also had a bad experience with a 3-year-old recently trying to
On the
rub a
hill.
grand final loss in my face, so I get it as well.
Yeah. So tell us more.
I better
Oh, no,
not. I better not because
rewind.
his dad will be listening, so I won't say much more.
Well, Crows versus Freo at Adelaide, Unley Oval, Saturday afternoon, 2:40. Get your chips early and get your tickets early.
Which before the season shaping up to be a good game, but considering Fremantle's 17th on the ladder.
Yeah, they've struggled with injuries a lot this year.
But do we keep the streak alive of keeping teams goalless?
Oh, that'd be great.
Because how many quarters did we keep Collingwood goalless for? It was 2 quarters, wasn't it? In the second half?
Yeah, I think so.
10 in a row.
No, Collingwood back in the game before GWS.
Yeah.
So I think it's now 10 quarters.
Yeah, I think.
Top of my head.
I think I saw that. Yeah.
Can we keep it going?
That'd be a record.
Yeah, it would be.
So what's going on with Freo? They lost their full forward to Port, didn't they? And everyone else is just crook and injured and
Yeah, pretty much.
I didn't even know Port had a full forward.
She
Got him.
She did get injured.
good point.
Got him, yeah.
Got a
About Freo, I seen a Freo member today. Didn't even know there was one.
What do you mean?
So
Where?
Where?
I'm all for people putting membership stickers on the back of your car. But if you're a Freo member and you've got a deep green car,
Nah.
purple doesn't go on it.
No. Have some
It
self-respect.
sounds like something Prince would wear,
Yeah, that's right.
like green and
And look how
Actually
he's going.
sounds like a Prince song title, doesn't it?
yeah, green.
Freo
And,
sticker on my green Barina. I can see it working.
oh,
Just write a song.
keep going.
Maybe rest in peace, old mate.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, old mate.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about you knocked off the member. I was just like, geez, what roadway? Oh, by the way, I'll see you in Magistrates tomorrow. Oh, yeah, Prince. Yeah, shout out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shout out to you, mate, even though you did. Anyway, Lleyton, who wins by how much and who's going to be the leading goal kicker?
I reckon the Crows to win, keeping Freo to 1 goal. I reckon we'll
One goal.
let one.
What
slip through
quarter are they going to kick it in, though?
The last quarter.
Oh.
It'll be heartbreaking.
Dogs. But by how much?
I reckon
Crows win by
31.
31. Okay.
Leading goal kicker to be Woodland. Yep.
Ray.
I'm going to go Crows by 50. They're not going to kick a goal,
Yep.
but Unley Oval.
Wait, we're not going to keep going. We're going to sit.
That's how good.
That's a lot of behinds, man.
Yeah.
Jeez.
No, Unley Oval's not the greatest place to kick a big score.
But
So
they kicked 97 last week.
Yeah,
or the other week.
yeah.
Yeah, well,
It's a big score.
yeah, it's a rough ground. Leading goal kicker, I'm going to go Hannah Martin.
HM.
Why not?
Yeah.
She's like Sam Berry,
Yeah.
tackling goalposts.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, throwing each other. They're throwing themselves at the ball. Benny Mac.
Yeah, similar to Ray, I think. Crows by 55. And Abby Ballard to kick the most goals. And if you're looking for a bet, the line's only 28.5, which looks pretty small.
Only 28 and a half. Jeez. Damon Eno.
Crows,
Yeah,
but I
yes.
don't think it'll be by that much. I think it'll be by 15.
What?
15.
What?
15 points.
Why?
Wow.
Unley's a smaller oval.
Is it?
Yeah, it's not that big.
The fan just going to his head.
There's a creek through the middle of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mate.
Dog walkers use it up until about an hour before they
Yeah.
shoo everyone off.
That's true.
Yeah, just no, I don't know. I think Freo will pull something together.
What, a team?
Yeah,
Yeah.
They're lucky.
and then and then a 15-point defeat. Why am I being interrogated?
And
Yeah,
that one member will be there.
Yeah, the
that one guy. Yeah, that's it.
The green
With his green
Barina.
Barina.
I've never met one before.
And you still haven't yet.
Yeah, no.
Little green Corvette. Now, leading goal kicker for the Crom.
Ash Woodland.
Woody. All right, I'm going to go, fuck it. Crows by 90. And Woodland to kick 10. Don't care.
10.
I was going to say Waterhouse, but the...
Suspension's up.
yes.
Yeah.
I wonder whether... I don't know what the incident was for, though.
I still haven't seen the game.
That's a sort of sizzling analysis you choose.
So I don't really know why I'm here, to be honest.
Nah, you're all right. He's opening the app now. You were going through Instagram before looking at some cute cats. That was nice.
Yeah.
That's all right. We'll be doing a contest just before the game as well for who wins and by how much, and you can win yourself a Grumbini there. But now, we're near the end of the pod, but there are some pre-seasons that are happening or some seasons kicking off. Ray, Tennessee Titans.
Yeah.
What the hell's happening there?
We've got Tanner Hill as a quarterback.
Yeah, that's not
There
good.
is Malik Willis underneath who looks pretty good every time.
There's a reason he was a wide receiver at college.
Who, Malik Willis?
No.
Oh, Tanner Hill.
Tannehill.
Because he's no good at anything?
Yeah, he was shit at Texas A&M.
Yeah, well, Texas A&M is terrible,
They
aren't
just
they?
pay the cash.
Exactly, the NLL deals.
Yeah, it is fucking-
We got the money.
We got the money. We got the oil money
Exactly.
from all the people buying the F-150s with all the cash and the 44-gallon hats, whatever they call it down there. Yeah. Now, Boston Celtics.
Yeah, indeed. I'm glad you asked about my teams because the Philly Eagles, while we're on the NFL, the only
Yeah, they got it
undefeated
right.
team left in the league. So
Got it right.
E-A-G-L-E-S.
Speaking of basketball, I just seen before I got here that the Adelaide 36ers just beat the Phoenix.
They did. Now, we do need to talk about that because I had Grit the Great who wrote into us. Now, okay, it's a big thing. It's the first time NBL team has beaten an NBA team. It is a pre-season.
Yep.
But Peter Malinauskas, of course, riding the coattails of that one, put up about this and said, quote, "This is the court where the Adelaide 36ers just made history beating the Suns, the Phoenix Suns. It proudly has our Brand SA logo displayed on the screens. It's the first ever time an NBL team has beaten an NBA franchise." Now, what's the problem with this?
That's in Phoenix.
Well, one, it's in Phoenix, but two, the place is empty.
Yeah.
No one's seen it. So, of course, I had
Got a
to...
really good deal on this sponsorship.
Yeah, I had to announce that. Thanks, Pete. We can announce that the GoCrom logo was displayed there too. As you can see, it cleared the place out quicker than Nickelback's photographs at the end of a party. Because, so the comment I said in the Patrons chat, if a tree falls in the woods and no one's there to see it, like, did it make a noise? You know. So anyway, Jack Hudson, who's the 36ers social media man,
Friend of the pod.
and the man
After not giving you the
Not to you.
password.
after not giving- a friend to most of us.
Don't have this chat. I must have blocked it or left it or something.
Now the thing is, he put up a tweet. There was a tweet that he put up that said this from the 36ers. Just a notice for you 36ers fans. The sun goes down in Adelaide at roughly 7:20 p.m. tonight. Book it in so you can see. I love it. Book it in so you can see your second sun go down for the day. But who books in a sunset? It's happening.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a sunset. Quick, get to the beach.
We reserve that table. Oh, there it is. Anyway.
So before we wrap up,
Yes.
can you guys help me settle an argument?
Oh, yeah.
I've been having all afternoon.
Yes.
And I run it on my podcast yesterday, which
Yes.
shout out to that. We had our 100th episode. Big
story.
guests on.
Woo.
Fifth story, yeah. Had some big guests on.
Who's the big guest?
Oh, Kim Kardashian.
Kim K.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom Brady was on there.
Really? TV.
TV. Yeah.
Bit of
so
TV. Yeah. Cough, cough. Yeah.
go have a listen to that if you can. But so I've been arguing
Yes.
with my girlfriend all week about this because backstory, I was in a meeting at work and I'm terrible at work because I just don't like it that much. And
fair.
so I was in a meeting and a lady was talking about God knows what.
Oh.
And
Doing the blah, blah.
Yeah, exactly.
The Beryl blah, blah. Yeah.
So I'm off in my own little world thinking, and then one of my workmates goes, "Can I ask a ridiculous question?" And I thought to myself, wonder if his ridiculous question is, would you rather fight 10 duck-sized rhinos or one rhino-sized duck? And I said this to my girlfriend, and we've been arguing about it all week because she's set that you fight the 10 duck-sized rhinos, and that's just ludicrous,
Yeah.
if you ask me.
No, rhinos have horns.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They
There's
might
no-
be this big, but they're hard.
There's actually a correct answer to this.
Yeah, go.
It's the rhino-sized duck.
Yeah, because they're softer. You need to pluck
No, the laws of physics dictate that the size of his legs need to be proportionate to be able to uphold the weight. So if you enlarge anything to that sort of size, it just crumbles under its own weight and can't fight back. You punch it once and run away.
Yeah, but hang on. The duck ain't...
Did you research this?
That's a great answer.
Yeah.
But the duck ain't going to go after you.
It can't. Its feet don't work.
Yeah, but what I'm saying...
What
okay.
if you're in water?
I think
It'll
for the
drown.
Oh, if you're in water, yeah, that's a problem.
I think for the purpose of this, it's an angry duck that is going after you.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Okay,
it can't
that's
be
fine. The angry duck can sit over there with its broken legs. It can't fly because it's too heavy.
So the duck is perturbed. Okay, at our existence.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we're going to assume that it's had its cow trait, so it's had the vitamin D and calcium, so it's got good bones. It doesn't have osteopenia. It's not going to crumble on its own weight, or it's had a titanium rebuild of its lower limbs. Okay, I'm just putting it out there.
Right. We're doing a lot of work so that we can have this fight. But
How would you take out the rhino-sized duck? Would you poison it?
I'd just scrap.
just
Pull feathers.
Just kick it.
get it to the mat
Yeah.
and get your ground game on.
Okay, I'm
Get
going
it
to
in
turn you
a
into
lock.
pate.
How would you deal with the duck-sized rhinos, though?
We're not asking the
Exactly.
serious
How
question.
would
here.
you?
We're not asking the serious question.
Yeah.
What did the guy in the meeting ask?
Oh, who knows?
He was like an elephant-sized chicken or a chicken-sized elephant.
Absolute
Yeah.
garbage. No
Exactly.
idea.
Oh my god. No, it's,
That's my life.
yeah, but the problem with the duck-sized rhino will take out your ankle straight away.
Exactly.
Yeah, so and then you're on the ground, and then you've got just duck-sized rhinos just run into you.
Do we have 10 at the same time? Or is it
Yeah,
one at a time?
100%.
It's one at
Yeah.
a time. It's,
I could do it, I reckon.
Manageable.
Ronaldo right into the top corner. Just go on.
hope you have steel caps on. Jeez.
Yeah, right.
Shit.
This is starting to sound a little bit like that time the British newspaper surveyed blokes about, do you think you'll win a set against Venus Williams? And a percentage said yes. Like,
Yeah, but where was the survey taken? Was it taken just outside of Wimbledon? Like as the people were walking
Was
out,
it Novak Djokovic taking
right. Andy Roddick. Yeah, I probably could. It's all them.
crack.
Yeah. Where were the samples taken? What is the cohort?
it's just a newspaper. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can tell it's the off season, can't we? Hey. Anyway, so that's it from the Crowject, ladies and gentlemen. Anything else to talk about tonight? Yeah? No? Any other things that came up in the meeting, Ray? No?
No. Probably
this-
not.
Nothing you
Didn't
remember.
listen.
Not this time.
No.
Fifth story.
Fifth
as
story,
well.
yeah.
100th episode, KKTV.
Yep.
Yeah.
A couple of others as well. Someone did let us down, but he'll be on next week.
Oh,
And then,
it wasn't one of us, was it?
No.
It was an old mate over here.
No, it's
With the
Mahatma
password.
Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi.
I didn't get a message.
Better than Mahatma Coat.
Yeah, Mahatma Gandhi, because he's our hero.
Yeah, he's a hero.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say Muhammad Ali, and I was like, got news for you, mate.
Rest in peace, old mate.
Yeah. Varley.
Butterfly size B or B size butterfly?
Actually, speaking of Mahatma Gandhi, we need to talk about the butter chicken as well.
Oh, yes.
From the AFL women's too. Don't do it. Stinks.
Yeah.
It was the people in front of us. They just got it. And it stunk. It was putrid. They probably paid like $27. Not good.
Public service announcement.
Yeah, PSA. Don't do the BB. Or the BC. Or the BB. KKNTV on Fifth Story.
Don't Google any of that.
Yeah. Ray O'Hara, friend of the pod and Patreon. Thank you so much for being on tonight.
No,
mate.
thank you for having me.
Lleyton,
Thank you.
a pleasure. Benny Mac,
Thank you.
Damon,
Thank you.
glad you could be here in spirit. My name's Peter. Go Crom.
Go Crom.
Go, Crom.